Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Oh, Roy, your audio's not working. I knew this might be a problem. Let me try and do this without actually crashing the whole system. Guys, if this crashes, it's the software's fault. Okay, let's see here. Audio, Zoom, properties, restart. Oh, we're good. Talk to me, Roy.
We're good?
Yeah, baby. We're
Hey, there we go.
Look at that, man. Sometimes technology just happens. That's so fun. All right. Well, awesome, man. Welcome. There's a heck of a lot going on in the wrestling world. What about what's going on in your world, Roy?
I actually went to a live wrestling thing. I'll talk more about that later. So it's exciting. It's the first thing of the year.
First real wrestling.
First real wrestling. It was outdoors. It was sunny and hot. And other than that, things are fine.
Yeah.
Same old, I guess.
Yeah, I'm busy. I'm traveling a lot. Spent a lot of time in Lansing, Michigan for one reason or another. But yeah, things are good. But yeah, you got a hard stop, so I think we should just get to business because
get into it.
There is plenty to talk about. Welcome everyone. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We're like such amateur hour. Forgot to do the open.
Yeah.
Oh, people are gonna miss out if I don't do the open. So it's important.
Yeah, you gotta do the open.
Let me do the open here. So hey, welcome back to the QuadR Wrestling Report. We strive to keep our finger on the pulse of you, the wrestling community. I'm your host, Ralph, alongside my brother, Roy. We are excited to talk about all things wrestling. Ralph can be found at X at Ralph D. Nyberg, and Roy can be found at X at Roy_Nyberg. We stream live on X and YouTube. YouTube channel is at QuadR Podcast. Our email is quadrarpodcast@gmail.com. Our podcast can be found at Spotify, Amazon, and Apple Podcasts. At QuadR Podcast. We can also be found on Instagram and TikTok to a lesser extent. Thanks for jumping in. We always appreciate the chat. Don't be shy. We will, I've never blocked or muted, well, I shouldn't say muted, but I've never blocked anyone on Twitter or anything. So pretty much feel free to speak your mind and we'll honor that for sure. All right. So this is officially episode 0104. This is we're getting really close to real wrestling season, which is a pretty exciting thing.
Yep.
But so title of this one is RAF 02 is here, but obviously there's a lot going on outside of RAF. We've got Claw, we've got U32 going on right now. The girls are
U23.
U23, right? 32. That would be kind of awesome. I think we call that the Olympics. So yeah, U23 is going on. Girls are doing great, so that's kind of cool. So for sure. All right. So as we like to do, we like to start with the quote of the week. This week's quote of the week is from Jordan Burroughs, Olympic gold medalist, two-time NCAA champion. I think he might have also been a New Jersey State champion back in the day.
Yeah.
As well. So this quote is, it's a mental game. And most successful wrestlers are the ones who can control their thoughts and emotions under pressure. What do you think of that one?
What's interesting to me is whenever you hear an advice sort of thing, I've noticed that people tend to tell you the last thing that they had to do. So, say, for example, someone was a great wrestler, but then they decided to lift weights, and then they became, a world champion. They'll be like, the thing you really, really got to do is lift weights. Because they're already, just taking for granted that they were already in that position where that was the only missing thing. And so, he wasn't just a Jersey State champion, two-time NCAA champion. He was also a Hodge winner, and basically, an awesome wrestler. Mm-hmm. But for him, I guess the last thing he needed to put together was just having the A+ mental game.
So how far did he get without the mental game? You think he had that mental game for the New Jersey State Championship, or was that that
he was just so much better?
Yeah. I just skilled him out. I mean, he had some tough competition in college, right? Andrew Howe and some other really great wrestlers.
Yeah, yeah.
So when did he?
And he also said most great wrestlers. Like who's the great wrestler that is not in control?
He's like, that guy's a knucklehead, man.
Who's kind of like every once in a while there's a Pat Downey,
right? Whoa. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't. Jordan, did you see he posted a really long post about
his kid?
Yeah, about his kid.
I did see that.
I never know how to like take that. I mean, obviously he's speaking to a lot of the parents in the room that he thinks could do better, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also like a little bit of like a humble brag.
Right.
Yeah, we rolled out of bed. We didn't, you know, my kid's like, we're eating breakfast, and the kid's like, hey, how about we hop a plane and get it to Super 32 and see what happens? I took third, you know. I think that a little bit of that like humble brag element, and then also like, I mean, there's good messaging in what Jordan says.
You know, a lot of the top wrestlers with their own kids have like very negative things to say about the kids wrestling scene.
Yeah, right.
Just in terms of parents, but also just the structure of like these mega tournaments and there's whistles all day and stressful.
Right.
But they all did it too.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's a little bit different when you're like, you making weight, you wrestle your match, sleeping on the bleachers with your Gatorade,
right?
You know, and then like to be a parent who's just thinking like, when is this over?
Yeah.
It is a complete transition because like as a, you know, like even in like the high school tournaments, right? They were like forever and like you just, but you get done with your match and then the first thing you do is you go back to the brackets that were like taped to the wall. Right. Figure out who your next guy is, ask about him, and then go chill out on the bleachers and like, so it's yeah, I mean, interesting. But yeah, I don't disagree that there is a mental element. And you do see wrestlers, and we're not going to like throw any names out there, but people who like wrestle kind of dumb.
Yeah.
It definitely happens. And is that just their emotions getting the best of them, or what exactly is it? But you know, it does seem to like repeat itself, right? And you're like, dude, what are you doing?
I feel like every year at NCAAs there's somebody who loses a match because they weren't sure what the score was.
Yeah, I blame coaches on that one. I don't know, that doesn't seem fair to like blame the wrestler. He's got enough going on, or she's got enough going on. The coach is really there to like relay that message, right? I think. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we're still looking for guests. The last time when I went into the troll mode, it kind of like messed up our audio for a minute, but I've done some good things. Oh, I forgot to do it. Let me bring my mic closer. All right, so we're better now.
Nice.
The title of this episode was going to be Audio Fixed, but now I think I'm going to change it to Audio Fixed at the 12-minute mark. Like, I really feel like we're locked in on the audio now, but certainly we welcome all guests. Drop us an email at quadrarpodcast@gmail.com or reach out over X. You can find Roy or myself pretty easily there. Make sure you're available at 8 p.m. Eastern time for sound and audio checks. And as we've mentioned many times, we welcome trolls. So, or if you want to just generally hide your identity, we do have the technology. So let me demo that real quick. All right, so here we are. This is the blurred view. This is troll you. Mode. You could be, yeah, we call this troll mode. You could be having a real American beer or whatever is required. And we promise to do our best to protect your identity. But even if you're not a troll, we do welcome you on the show. So reach out and let us know if you are interested. All right. I really had to pare things down. I had so many, especially social stuff.
Yeah.
So Twitter was, Instagram, they were all rocking this week. There's so much stuff. I had to like start deleting things, but we'll do news and updates, Super 32, a little bit, RAF 2, Claw, U23, maybe the All-Star Classic. Probably not. Probably going to push that out because it's a couple weeks out, but I think I just forgot to delete that. But National Duels I had to get rid of because there is just too much to talk about. So, all right, let's do it. Hey, I've been hyping the auto dubbing.
Yeah.
All right. It's here. I can't tell you how awesome this is. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to enable some sound here.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and click on our auto dubbing. And then we'll start with all right. Let's start with Italian Ralph. How you doing on your record keeping? I'll look at.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oggi ho dei posti.
Oh, it's not playing. What?
It's a little quiet.
Quindi per quelli di voi che sono nuovi,
You're hearing it, but the crowd's not hearing it. What do we got? What's going on here? Let me check here.
Sounded good though.
It does sound good. Italian Rap. I have to let me see if I can fix this. Because it's not fair to. I may just need to restart it.
Oof. It's a big risk.
Yeah, there's always some risk when you mess around with the audio for sure.
Yeah.
Here it is right here. Hold on. Yes, I got it. Restart capture. Okay. Let's try this.
Funziona molto bene.
There we
Noi
go.
Scegliamo una divisione e poi ci alterniamo nella scelta. Quello che scegliamo è il lottatore con il punteggio più alto.
This is Italian Ralph.
Il lottatore con il punteggio più
Sounds like a stud, right?
Poi anche il nostro lottatore
Yeah.
I'd date that dude, for sure.
Della categoria di peso. E poi vi daremo i nostri pronostici sui vincitori. E poi alla fine li pubblicherò su Twitter e farò dei sondaggi. Ne ho fatto un po' il primo questa settimana. Quindi 157. Beh, cosa abbiamo? Vuoi?
All right, I'm gonna change.
Sarai tu il rosso.
I'm gonna change it to French.
Assurez-vous, tout le monde a bien compris. Un côté vert, ce que vous ne voyez pas à cause de l'écran vert.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's French Ralph.
Alors, que voulez-vous en premier? Vous allez
That's
choisir
German Ralph.
die niedrigste, nicht die höchste. Was wählst du?
He sounds a little mean. Sure, I love German
Du
Ralph.
kannst machen, was du willst. Wir werden beide verstehen, was du
Ja. Die Person mit dem niedrigsten Rang,
Yeah.
ich denke, dass sie
I mean, German Roy sounds pretty nice.
Yeah.
Portuguese, let's see.
Então você sabe colocar lá em 17 é um pouco tentador, mas na verdade
Oh, yeah.
escolher
Yeah.
o rider ou down em 12. Então
This
você
is how they
conhece
should do the
ambos
Brazilian
que
Jiu-Jitsu
estiverem
lessons.
Right.
em A, mas eu
Auto-
sinto que
auto
sim, vou
Portuguese.
escolher o rider.
And then the last,
Game
seria interessante
we got Spanish.
in Chattanooga.
Quiero decir que el potencial está ahí, seguro.
Bueno, así que fue Iowa y luego
Kinda sounds like a soap opera.
Chattanooga.
Hizo Iowa y se fue después, creo que.
All right. So as promised, we are auto dubbed. I hope you guys enjoyed that, or at least tolerated enough to not hang up.
Tell your friends that live in other countries.
Yeah. I'm totally bummed that we don't have Farsi. I'm totally bummed we don't have Japanese. I mean, there's a lot of markets that I feel are ripe for the QuadR Wrestling Report that YouTube is not auto dubbing into. So we need to get the lobby going.
Yeah.
But I'm excited. It's pretty slow. There's only a couple videos, so we'll see as they go. So, all right. So recap of Super 32. Super 32 is this weekend. Every time that I upload a podcast and everything, I always check the box that this is not for kids. So this podcast doesn't spend a lot of time talking about children.
Yeah.
Now, I acknowledge that some of these children are 19 years old and have a lot of ink. But that being said, the big thing I took away from Super 32 is those are some pretty cool belts.
Yeah.
Like I could see like getting down for like wanting one of those like super cool belts, but like yeah, I mean it was, I mean I watched the finals. I mean that's sort of like that's about all I got in me, and like they were pretty much not very many close matches.
Yeah.
I mean there was a lot of like the ones at that age level tend to be pretty dominant. And then there was, because I mean the week before was like who's number one, right? So a bunch of those kids were not present, and like so anyway, it happened. You got anything to add to that, Roy?
Well, Bassett became the first 4-time champion in the boys division.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny that like the girl became the first 4-time like 5 minutes before him.
Yeah.
You know, like, he's like, let's wrestle. I'm gonna take this guy in a minute. And then like, well, here's our second 4-time champion. Like I thought it was, well, that was sort of interesting, right? That he quite didn't make the didn't quite make it as the first 4-timer.
And I think it was just this week that RAF announced that they had signed him.
Yes.
And I wondered about like his eligibility to participate in these high school events, because he's not in college, so it's not an NIL thing.
Right. What would be the, so apparently you can do high school and NFL.
Right.
Like, how does that work? So
Yeah, I don't know.
you're playing in the NBA on the weekends, but not when the high school season is in session, or what? Like, I don't know.
Right.
It's all very confusing that like you can be a professional wrestler and a high school wrestler, but
Yeah.
I'll let,
Maybe they just thought it would never happen.
yeah. Well,
I think we got to make some rules now.
I'm sure they thought it would never happen. And yeah. Well, now it happened.
Yeah.
More on that. So speaking of RAF is coming to Happy Valley, right? State College, live on Fox Nation. We've got Wrestle Madness picks. And then they also announced RAF 3 in Chicago. So before we get into like, I guess that, there were a ton of lineup changes, right?
Yeah.
So the first big bomb that dropped was RBY. So
Yeah.
RBY out of RAF 2 had surgery, out for a bit. And it wasn't even RBY that posted it. It wasn't RAF that posted it. It's all kind of weird to me. Like,
Yeah, that is weird.
isn't that strange? Like, I'm sure it's true, but like Bash posts, you know, hey, RBY's out. He had surgery. Slight HIPAA violation, I think, but and then he's out for a bit. And then crickets from RBY or from RAF, which was interesting, but
Right.
not, I mean, but I believe that he is out.
Yeah, he's. They announced his replacement, right?
Right, yeah. So we got a new fight. Well, I should say we got a new old fight.
Or new old fight.
Or match. All right. So anyway, what have I done? So what do you think of that hat, Roy?
Woo.
That's
Right.
pretty
You're
nice,
not holding.
huh?
There you go.
This is
There
like
you
a limited edition QuadR. It's got the little quad, the 4 in it. You know,
go. Nice.
you know how you get a hat like this? I'm gonna tell you how you get a hat like
Yeah. Join the. Go ahead.
you win the QuadR RAF 2 Pick'em contest. Okay. That's
I
it.
don't even have a hat yet. So,
yeah,
so
you don't have a hat. Hey.
I'm going to be picking for real.
Yeah, you're gonna be picking for it. I promise you there's a gift package in the mail. Anyway, so what do we got here? So what have I done? You know, me and AI, we have a very intimate, or well, it's probably not an appropriate word. We have I use AI from time to time to gather data and things like that, right? So I decided this time I would use Google Gemini, and I asked Google Gemini to set odds. And this was freaking crazy because they kept changing the matches. I'm like, whoa, Gemini, wait, what do we think about this? So what have I done? I've got Gemini to set odds. And then what I also did is I asked Grok to give me like a rundown. So if you're not really experienced, you know, you're like, hey, I want a little help. What I've done here is you fill out this form, and I'll get you the link here. So let's see here. This is the responder link. Let me shorten that URL. Go ahead and copy that. I'm going to drop that in each of the chats. This will be posted as well, but let me drop that in the chat for you. You can get in on that early and often. Okay, so check this out. What you do is you pick the over-under on total points and the odds. So Dake here, our guy Kyle Dake, everyone's familiar with this guy. He's at a -3.5. Now, the last time they wrestled, the score was like 1-0. So you're like,
Right.
you know, 3.5. Are we going to get 3 points in the whole match? Well, I hope we are. Total points are 9.5. So you got an over/under, and then you got a against the spread. Okay. And what I've done here is I've given you an AI breakdown. So if you're like, I don't really know about these guys, or I want to learn more, you got the brief analysis, you got the key dynamics to how their approach. You've even got an AI prediction about what the score is going to be. Right?
Okay.
So that's just, you know, it's like when you're at a blackjack table and like you say to the dealer, what's the book say?
Right.
And he says, split those suckers. Or whatever he says, right? You know, you can always ask the dealer. So I'm kind of like the blackjack dealer. I'm like, you know what? You don't know what you're doing? I'll give you a little advice here. My favorite thing about this is like AI's like kind of like AI never wants to say, I don't know. My favorite like answer from someone is, I don't know. Because then I totally give more weight to every other answer they've given me, right?
Right.
Because they had some reason to give me that answer. And when they didn't know, they said, I don't know. But I asked.
They have a self-awareness.
Yeah. So, but AI, no. So I asked AI
There's
about
self-awareness from AI.
I'm going to make you go through the whole form to get everything, right? You got to register. But I'm going to give you a little sample of what AI told me about the bull junk versus Henshaw information. So let's go. I'm just going to give you a little bit, and then you got to go through the form to get the rest. But let's see here. So this is our guy. There's our favorite. There's Mr. Junk.
Yep.
Mr. Junk and Caden. Right? Jameson's a -1.5. And then the analysis. So because it's an open weight, I love this. Check this out. So the heavyweight open weight bout between Keelan Jimison and Caden Henshaw caps off the non-title undercard at Real American Freestyle 02 on October 25th at Penn State's Bryce Jordan State College. The clash of up-and-coming American heavyweights, both with ties to the Nittany Lion ecosystem, and promises raw athleticism, streaming live on Fox Nation.
Nice.
There is absolutely nothing about that is true. like, I mean, why can't the AI just be like, you know what? I got no stinking idea what you're talking about. I have no idea who these guys are. They don't even have like high school records. And I obviously I know that Henshaw was a D2 wrestler and whatnot, but it's just so funny how like AI just like I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I'm not being paid to say I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I'm not gonna I'm gonna give you some answer that cost the world 10 trees and has no bearing, and literally added a penny to your electric bill of every citizen in the country just to tell me about now. Anyway, so that's fun. Get in on that. I'll post that on X as well later. But there's a hat on the line. A very, very limited edition hat. So you're allowed to compete for that, Roy. So
Okay.
you haven't got your box yet, so. All right, awesome. So yeah, so what are our updates? Oh, they're not on there. So Tomasello and Ramos are rematching.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Wasn't DeSanto?
Yes. That's what I'm most excited about. So Megaludis is wrestling against DeSanto.
Yes. Can't flow.
Yeah, so Megaludus was a slight favorite, and he went to a slight dog with the change in wrestlers. And DeSanto's been super active.
Yeah.
He trains with world team member Spencer Lee, right? Olympic silver medalist. So that changed. Did anything else change?
That's all. That's all.
Yeah, that's what I remember. So Tomasello is now rematching Ramos and Megaludus.
It's like a WWE, like the wrong guy won.
Yeah.
So
I
we're gonna
thought
run
that
it
was
back.
like it's interesting. I mean, I felt that like NATO pretty much handled him. You know,
Yeah.
like I didn't feel like there was a lot that he was going to be able to correct in a month. It was going to like really, you know, create a different outcome. So it was like interesting to me that I mean, contracts. I mean, who knows? But
Right. But DeSanto is the most interesting.
yeah, like that's fun.
Addition to.
I mean that's actually like losing RBY was terrible, but I feel like gaining DeSanto and like there's a lot of different things you can do with him just from a character standpoint, you know?
Right.
And like
The natural heel.
So he's definitely getting a title fight if he wins, I feel. Like
Yeah.
You gotta love that. All right, Claw. We're getting closer.
Yeah. I feel like we've been getting closer for like
I know
3 months now. But anyway.
they've been doing a lot, right? And so Madness has got the cards up, right?
Yep.
So if you go, we got the Fantasy League, and then we also have the
It's gonna be wild, right? Like there's still all this speculation about the new rules.
yeah, we got Cicada Matt Kings. And get your picks in. So they're breaking out Brian Courtney, Moran, Rutherford, First Night, Coleman, Joel, Dietz, Demetrius Thomas. Should be a fun first night for sure. So I think like we're gonna have a Claw watch party, right? Are we committing to that? So the first night
On the 28th?
Yeah.
Or the 29th. That would be like during the it's happening during the show, right? Next week?
It's Tuesday and Wednesday, right?
Right.
So the Tuesday one, I think the first one's the free one. So that'll be on YouTube Flow. So we'll have a watch party. Now I'm not. So we won't.
Oh, and we won't have any copyright issues to like stream a watch party because it's free anyway.
Yeah. Well, we'll probably. I think we'll just like. I mean, if it's free, we'll just have. I'll just send links, and then the watch party will be like an open Zoom call with all you yahoos.
Sounds good.
All of our favorite fans can just jump. I'm just gonna post a Zoom link in the comments, and we're just gonna let havoc reign.
Nice.
And we're all gonna watch Claw and like hang out and like say what we think and just enjoy it. So that'll be like next Tuesday, Claw watch party. And yeah, it's gonna be a Zoom link in the comments and just jump on in and have some fun. Get on camera if you want. Don't get on camera. You do anything too crazy, I'll just kick you out.
Okay.
Sorry.
That comment was directed at me, right?
No.
No, I know.
No, of course not. But yeah, I mean, yeah, this is all new. It's exciting. We'll see what it's like. But I mean, I've always been impressed with their production, right? I thought they did a great job with the draft. And so I'm excited to see what wrinkles they have out there for the production side of things, for sure.
Yeah.
So all right. So U23, I have not watched. We won a bronze in Greco. Saw that. The women are crushing it.
Yeah, they're in first.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, every match I watched, they won, like dominant. Like,
Yep. Well, they're in first by a lot.
yeah, took them down, laced them up, rolled them up, and like got off the mat. Japan's got like 10 points, right?
We've got 60, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you never know what to make of that.
Right. The U23 for a lot of other countries is like people who were never gonna make a world team, but it's like kind of like their B and C tier. But it seems like we're starting to send like an A team.
Yeah, but
the U23.
like we didn't in the past. I'm not dissing Brock Hardy, but like Brock Hardy won like a U23 bronze,
Right.
In like, and I was like, I didn't even know he wrestled freestyle, kind of thing, right?
Right.
I love Brock Hardy, but like, so yeah, definitely our team this year, especially on the men's freestyle side, is it's a stacked lineup. But it also seems like the rest of the world, and I don't know if it's like Olympic cycles or like, you know what I mean? Like, so, but it seems like the rest of the world sending like really good wrestlers too. Like Japan's sending like senior world champions.
Mhm.
Like they're sending a senior gold medalist, U23. So like he'll probably do okay.
Yeah.
Odds are. So yeah, interesting. But men's freestyle starts 4 a.m. Eastern time Saturday morning. And so that's exciting. It doesn't ever get the same fanfare as U20 or obviously the senior stuff, but it should be a fun watch. And what I've seen of I've only really watched the women so far, and every match I watch is like turn your head and it's over. Like, oh, you gotta like rewind, and then you rewind on flow, and all of a sudden you're stuck in some defense so bad for like 2 minutes, like because you click back like for like 1 minute, and you're like, what? All right, all right. This is your segment, man. How was it?
Yeah, Stanford wrestle off. So Stanford, they did an outdoor wrestle off during their homecoming. I didn't realize it was their homecoming. I just saw they posted on X that this thing was happening. So I was like, yeah, I'll go to Stanford. It's like an hour drive.
Mm-hmm.
And the place was just swamped with people because it was homecoming. And I had to pay quite a bit to park, but whatever.
Yeah.
And walked over there. So they had a nice little card at 184. They had actually 4 guys, so they ran a little bracket. So the first match of the night was the first round of that, and then the last 2 matches was like for third and first place. Aiden Valencia wrestled EJ Parco.
Yeah, saw that.
That was probably, what's that?
I saw that. Yeah, I didn't see the match. I didn't see the match, but I saw that the result.
Okay. Cardenas wrestled. They had a few other matches. I think there were 8 total matches in the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
They had some 125-pound match. Gosh, I wish I remembered the names. But both freshmen, both true freshmen. And so first of all, it was just super fun.
Mm-hmm.
That picture is actually a picture I took. I'd guess they had about, I don't know, maybe 200 people, like all sort of around the mat, which was pretty cool. They definitely had way more people than they put stands out for.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. And let's see. I'll just go like in the order I put things on the slide. Posada, they got this freshman at 97, man. He looked really good to me.
Yeah.
He won by a pin, and I think it would have been a tech if he had just gotten those back points. So he kind of, he's a freshman. He came out, it seemed like a little timid, but then after he got that first takedown, he was just like rolling. And then the other guy got a takedown in slop time. And I think that's why he got pinned, because so it got bad. It's like, man, dude, you took me down when I was up by 12. All right, now I'm pinned.
Yeah, you're getting stuck for that, son.
Yeah. He looked really, really good. And so I looked him up. So he's like a 2-time California State champ and a Fargo champ, too. And
really?
High recruit. Yeah.
Wow.
Really high level recruit. I think ranked number 13 on Matt Scouts.
Oh, the real rankings.
The real, yeah. Not those fake rankings.
Not that
the real.
Not that flow crap, man. It's like Willie certified rankings right here. Yeah.
So I looked. He's not preseason ranked. I thought he looked really, really, really good. Aiden Valencia, he won. I think it was like 10-4 against EJ Parco. I saw some people posting online like, "Man, this guy beats Real Woods," and then he has like a minor decision in his wrestle off.
Right.
And so they had one of the Stanford wrestlers doing the like. He had a microphone and a speaker, so he was kind of doing the commentary during the wrestle offs.
Yeah.
And he was like, Aiden Valencia and EJ Parco go surfing together all the time.
And these are fishing buddies right here.
Right. And I was like, well, Real Woods, if he was wrestling his best friend in an outdoor exhibition, he would push for the major. And that's why Real Woods has a world medal and Aiden Valencia doesn't.
Right. There's not enough killer instinct to like beat his boy down.
Yeah. And then Cardenas annihilated his guy. It was one of those wrestle offs where you were like, why did this wrestle off happen?
Right. When
I know you practiced in the room and everyone knew this was what was going to happen.
It was remember when Ayala and Spencer Lee wrestled off at like that
was the Soldier Salute.
Yeah,
right?
Soldier Salute. And Spencer's like so mad. He's like, "You're gonna make me kill this guy." And then he just went out and just smashed him, and he's yelling at the coach the whole time. Like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
And like Ayala's really, really freaking good.
Yeah, he's like a title contender now.
Right, 2-time finalist. So that's legit. That's the lesson, the hard lesson he learned from Spencer that day. Catapulted him to the
right
NCAA finals twice.
And then Menlo, which is a local junior college, I think. They might be D3 or junior. I'm not actually 100% sure. But they sent out a bunch of guys to watch. I think some of them were in that photo I took. Because one of their guys was in that 180, like a person who used to wrestle for Menlo, I think was in the 184 four-man bracket.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up taking second. I was like pulling for him. He wrestled the way I used to wrestle.
Yeah.
He was very crafty.
Mm-hmm.
Strong on top.
Mm-hmm.
Tried too hard to do rolls on bottom.
Yeah.
So it was a cool event. It was a cool event. And then at the very end, I don't know if it was timed like this, but the band show did like I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Stand. Yeah.
Nice.
They were just marching all through campus because the football game was at like 7:30 p.m. or whatever. So it was a big party. It was nice.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, that whole like paying to park, like Michigan State is like that. Like if you normally if you get there early enough, like the Jennison Fieldhouse only has like 100 parking spots, but if you get there like an hour early, and the guy who's selling tickets is like, "What are you here for?" And like if you say like softball, basketball, high-lie, chess tournament, whatever, they charge you. But if you say, "Oh, I'm here for wrestling," they're like, go ahead. But like if there's a hockey game going on, then all of a sudden you got to park a mile away and you got to pay like $20. You know, it's like it is funny. Like wrestling parking is free, unless there's like a woman's softball game going on or something else. Where it actually like, you know, it's affordable to have someone charging for parking. So that's kind of funny. Yeah, you never know. But Stanford's getting more expensive. That's what I'm reading online. I guess we'll talk about that later, right?
Yeah, I got some of that in my best of social.
Nice. So I thought we'd take a quick look at the Sparty schedule here. So, Michigan State Open. So you wrestled in that, right? Back in the day?
I have wrestled in that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I am not going to the Michigan State Open. I look at it on Flow and I say that looks miserable. That is not a fan-oriented event in any way. So, if
that's how I felt.
I mean, if you were wrestling in it, I would go.
Oh, thanks.
Like when you were at Midlands, I went to Midlands. And Midlands, cool tournament. But if I was in Michigan when you were like wrestling at the Michigan State Open, and you told me, I'd have been there. And then they got on the road a lot, right? And like got American or Northwestern February 1st, February 8th, Iowa, Rutgers, CMU February 21st. So I usually get to about 2 or 3 MSU duels a year.
Mhm.
I guess right now I'm eyeballing Illinois. That's
Yep.
usually a fun one. Michigan State's down a little bit. Well, I say down a lot, but so I try to find like a MAC duel. It's like, if you're wrestling like Ohio or like CMU, I'll definitely try to make it to, Liam, my kid went to CMU, and so yeah, I don't know, the Rutgers team, I guess we'll know a little bit more. I mean, they're investing a lot. They had a huge recruiting class, so
Yes.
we'll see if that's I guess always kind of fun, right? So looks like there's some fun to be had there. It's Sparty. Bingo. So we already got some bingo out of the way, huh? What do we got? Got
Yeah. Let's see. Stanford's on here, right?
Stanford, top right corner on our card.
That's it.
That's
really.
it. We got no ACC. All right. Well,
Well, they are ACC, but
we don't have that on our card though.
oh,
You say.
okay. Yeah, that's true.
All right. All right. So how does bingo work? Bingo works like you send me a message, and then you and a buddy, or you get a bingo card, and then you can do two, but only two. So if Michigan's wrestling MSU, I could do Big Ten Michigan, or I could do Big Ten MAC, or I could do CMU MAC. But that's the idea. And you get as many bingos as you can by the end of the year. So if you want a card, and there's not that many of them, you got to reach out. QuadR Podcast, let us know. We'll get you on that. And then we'll track this throughout the season. All right, high-low. Most of you know how high-low works. Oop. All right. Start that over. All right. So, high-low. High-low is where Roy and I go through each weight. Starting at 125, we are almost done. We are up at 197. We flip or we do choice to decide who gets the pick. The picks are who is the highest ranked wrestler to not AA, who is the lowest ranked wrestler to AA, who is the predicted wrestler for the champion, and who is your favorite wrestler to watch wrestle. This is kind of a thin weight class.
Yeah.
I have to say. Let me go ahead and bring it up, and then go ahead and boost this up. Something that
This was a pretty deep weight class last year.
Yeah, this was crazy deep, crazy awesome. You had
AJ,
Mr. Fast Twitch, car emoji, smoke emoji, and then you had Buchanan, like multi All-American at like 7 different schools. You had right? I mean, you had like a ton of great wrestlers, and like this weight class just like cleared out. Right? All right, let me flip it. What do you want?
Red.
My choice.
Okay.
All right. You're writing this down, right?
I got a pen right here. You can't see it because it's green.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the lowest ranked wrestler to AA, and I'm gonna go with Sonny Sasso.
Ooh. Man, I kind of want to pick the guy from Stanford. I thought Posada. He's not even ranked in the top 33.
Yeah, you're allowed to pick those guys because Ladarian Ladockett's not ranked either. I don't think, because like they don't know what weight they're going, or
Yeah.
like, Blaze. You're allowed to pick someone off the board though.
I'm allowed to pick someone off the board. He's like the one I feel good about. All right, I'll go with him. I'll take Posada, unranked Posada. I'm just wondering if he's going to redshirt them.
Right.
But why would they have him wrestle off if he was going to redshirt?
That is a weird deal.
Count on you, Stanford, to be logical.
Right. I guess you're supposed to be smart. All right. So who's not AA and on this list? What do you think, chat? Who we got out here? Who's not going to AA?
Do I pick again? I'm snake.
Yeah, you're up. Top 8.
Ooh. Man, I got I think a lot of these guys in the top 8 aren't.
Well, that can't be true.
Sorry to sound like a hater, but it just seems like they were like in the teens last year and it cleared out, and we're not sure if they're good. Like I almost want to pick Elam, but
Yeah. Gonna be
I'll
like,
take him.
you taking him?
I'll take Rocky Elam.
Ooh. All right, now you're kind of putting the pressure on me. Do I just hope Elam AAs, and so I want to just pick a safe? There is no safe pick, I guess, but I'm gonna go with Max Stout at 5.
Okay.
I just feel like Pitt's kind of like underperformed.
Yeah.
Like every year, I feel like, oh, they're gonna have they got like 3, 4, 5 AAs on that team, and then yeah, they don't. So prove me wrong, Mac.
Right.
Prove
Well,
me
maybe they'll
wrong.
be the Nebraska of this year.
All right, this is even like, I mean, like, which one of these is your favorite to watch?
Ooh,
Yeah, it's a little brutal.
little brutal. Even little. I'll say that for now with a open mind to change my mind later.
Okay, I'm going Rademacher, I guess.
Yeah.
He was fun in freestyle, so. All right, who's gonna win?
Oh, God. I hate saying it.
Right.
Josh Barr's gonna win.
Yeah. I don't see any way Josh Fry doesn't win this. And I mean, obviously he's good, but like,
Unless Posada becomes like something.
no, I think Rademacher is probably his biggest threat, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, someone's got to be able to match his power, and Yeah. So, I mean, assuming Josh is still eating all Mr. K6 cows,
Right.
we have to like assume that like that relationship still exists. So he has that. All right, fair. I feel like this is like not very exciting. Kind of like 165.
Well, it's the excitement is TBD, right? Like
Right,
it's not based
yeah.
on last year's storyline.
Yeah.
It'll get fun somehow. It's just hard to predict.
Yeah, you got Cody Merrill's a freshman at Oklahoma State, right? We don't know what we have there, but a big, strong man. And so, yeah, there's some potential for some fun stuff going on, for sure. All right, future dates. U23 World Championships going on right now. Freestyle starts at 4 a.m. Men's freestyle starts at 4 a.m. on Friday, October 25th. So this Saturday is RAF 2. Claw opening weekend is 28th, 29th. Journeyman is November 9th. And then National Duels. And we also have some smaller tournaments kicking off in the next couple weekends and things like that. So we're gonna get to talk about a lot of wrestling. Okay. Once the season kicks in, we'll what are we gonna call the Sunday segment?
Sunday sudden victory.
Sunday sudden victory. I like it. So try to recap the weekend Sunday night when people are fresh and want to talk about it before probably more casual event. Maybe we'll have it like a call in or a Zoom type show. Let everybody participate. But yeah, what's cool about this is there's a lot of real wrestling happening right now and coming up, and we are getting into the full season. All right, Ask AI anything. So this week I decided to ask AI with Bo Bassett being announced as a RAF participant. What are the 10 most compelling potential matchups for Bo Bassett at Real American Freestyle event RAF 3 in Chicago in November? And it was kind of funny. So my first pass through, I didn't specify like international or anything. This was the initial prompt.
Okay.
And like the 10th one was like Wyatt Hendrickson, which like admittedly I think I might find kind of fun.
That would be awesome.
But I was like, maybe throw in a couple international people, and then like they got off. So AI is not really good at like weight classes and like research and things like that. So obviously Real Woods, but Real Woods the champ, can't just go against the champ right away. But that is a interesting matchup. Amazad, I think I'd like to see that as well. But
DJ Hamid.
yeah, Hamity, probably a little big.
Right. If DJ can make the weight, man,
yeah,
let's make it happen.
Let's do it. And dude, Evan Wick, another guy who's like 30 pounds heavier than Bo. Ugoyev, a guy who's like 20 pounds lighter. Brock Hardy, be interesting, but in season, so that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then Marcus Blaze, I don't know if you redshirt, can you go to RAF?
Yeah.
How does that work? Like, I assume you can. I mean, as a high schooler, if you can wrestle professionally.
Yeah, exactly. We've established that.
Yeah. Why can't you just do that? For sure. Mustafa the Suki Olympian. Anyway, there's lots of compelling matches. I don't know. It's interesting to me. Like, I guess, like, what do you? I mean, they really have to build their stable, right? They have to have a more consistent, I guess, roster.
Right,
I think that's where they need to get to. And I think, like, you're starting to see a lot of, like, all these guys are signing to wrestle over in Russia, like Aiello and Nick Lee and different things. And so it's going to be sort of hard to establish a roster potentially with the other options and with the college athletes and things like that. But I don't know. It would be kind of cool if they brought in an international opponent for Bo, but
you know, that's what I would love to see. He hasn't built enough of a storyline, I think, to wrestle a domestic person and have it be super compelling yet.
Yeah, I mean, Danish. I don't think they should do like, you know, another high schooler.
Right.
I guess you could put him in against like Bull Junk.
Right.
Something like that. Anyway, that's what AI came up with. Wager status. I'm a little ahead. About to be a lot ahead. When AJ doesn't don the new North Carolina singlet.
Okay.
Actually, no, that's fine. Because I'm feeling that KO may actually be the coach this year. Penn State. Feeling. I figured we're going to do the RAF point spread over under for this week.
Okay.
So that you can try and win that hat.
All right. So fill out the link.
Yes. On time.
Yeah. I'm going to do it right after this episode.
Not after the event. All right. That works. So there's a ton of social. So I don't know if we're going to get to all of them. You got a hard stop?
Yeah, let's.
All right, so let's pick the best. Let's pick the best of social. I'm going to bounce around a little bit. So one of the things I started following a lot of the Japanese wrestlers and like the Japanese wrestling community, which is kind of cool, like in the sense that like they're on the whole other side of the world, right? And so like when I wake up in the morning, you know, I have a bunch of like just Japanese like wrestler feeds, you know, like because they've been tweeting all night or Xing all night or whatever it happens to be. But like, so the big thing right now is they're all like exchanging videos of them doing pull-ups.
Yeah.
So there's like a big thing. And then like, so like Ray got out there and he was like, yeah, that's cool. But if you want to beat me, you have to do pull-ups with 25 kilograms on. That's what I'm talking about. So they're posting these pull-up videos. He's like, yeah, okay. But if you're coming from my belt, then you got to work a little bit harder. I thought that was funny. What do you got here? What do you want to do first?
Let's just go in order. So Stanford.
All right.
This is the first year they're charging for tickets.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. That's probably a good sign, even though it'll cost me money to go now.
Yeah. So it was full on free, right? Illinois is free.
Yep.
It's kind of funny. Like, so Michigan State, I think, is like typically like the most expensive. Like in Michigan, like Michigan State's like $12, and then season tickets to Michigan come out to like $10 a duel, and then CMU Central Michigan's also in that like that $8 to $12 range. But I think generally, right, it's a good thing if you've got it. I mean, when you look at their lineup,
Oh, they're great.
I mean,
teams.
they have a product that is worthy of charging for. I mean, they're sneaky. Everything falls right, like trophy team.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to compete. They're going to have they're going to send 8 to 10 guys to the tournament, and they're going to have a bunch of All-Americans, I think, looking at that team. So, yeah.
And truthfully, like last year when I went to the Arizona State duel, there was just something that feels kind of amateur-y about, like, you just park your car and walk in and nobody cares about anything, Like,
the only place you're not allowed to park is like at Illinois is the seat or the parking space that's reserved for like Padette, for the head coach. Poeta. Other than that, help yourself. I agree. Like, I mean, you're Stanford.
Right.
I mean, and like, right, it's a big time program.
Yeah.
Like you should be able to charge. For sure. I like the line though, like secure your seats today. Like that's it's like whoa. Like that's like Michigan. Like when I renew my season tickets, they're like, renew your season tickets by October 17th. Or like
right.
Chrysler seats like like 10,000 and they get like 2,000 a duel. So it's like secure your seats today. You don't want to be caught out. And I don't know what the Stanford Arena is like, but I thought that was kind of funny. Like,
yeah.
This is the real deal, man. So there was a lot of a lot of different things going on. So we had this quick bonus. What do you think of this? So the National Duels added a $50,000 quick bonus and prize money for a takedown incentive. So
did you get like what is specifically the criteria?
So it says teams will compete for 5 separate $10,000 bonuses awarded during each first day session to the squad with the fastest average takedown time. Each team's 5 fastest takedowns recorded by 5 different wrestlers will be averaged to determine each session winner. So like that's confusing.
Yes.
I mean, like, unless they're going to have like a scoreboard where the guy goes out on the mat and he's like, if you get a takedown in 30 seconds, you're in the lead, right? Like, that would be kind of cool. But if they were managing that would be awesome. Because, like, every guy who went out on the mat would, like, know, like, this is on, I got to get this takedown. But if it's like, oh, we're going to tally this up at the end, it doesn't add as much intrigue, I guess, is what I would say.
Right.
And like, so I mean, it's cool, but like, could they make it any more complicated? The top 5 wrestlers timed to the first takedown. I mean, there's matches that don't have a takedown. Right. I mean, and so like, I think on like Flow, they said the over under is going to be like for the winner is like 3.5 minutes. I'm like, you're crazy. You know what I mean? You break that.
You'd have to
have a takedown the first 30. Even if even if the guys average a takedown the first 30 seconds, that's 2.5 minutes. And there's no way you're going to.
3.5 minutes is the total time, not the average.
Total time.
Total time. Oh, okay.
There's no way.
And that's to be maybe the best team. Like if there's like a team that wins a duel like 9 matches to 1, I could see that being something that happens. But in a close duel, like 6 to 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No way.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have no takedowns in 4 to 6 of the first periods of like a close duel.
Right.
Like nothing. right? The first takedown is going to be in sudden victory, like 7 minutes in. So I like I said, I mean, it would be kind of cool if somehow you could,
right? If they could do it in real time,
if
so
you could
like
do
if
it
they
in
had a
real
separate
time.
clock,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Or even it doesn't even need to be like on the audience. I think it'd be kind of cool. Just, I mean, even if it was just TV, you know what I mean? Like, and they could like hook into it. I don't think it needs to be a clock in the arena. So I get it, but I mean, to me, like, to make it exciting, it kind of have to be like people would have to know the impact, right?
exactly.
And that wouldn't even happen till like the 6th or 7th match, right? And then you get injury time in one match. I don't know. It could be. It's cool that they're throwing money at it. It's cool that they're trying to incentivize. I think that it's a little. I don't know, with amateur sports, like, and that's the thing with wrestling versus like amateur and professional, like prize fighting, UFC, you get paid because you're exciting, right?
Right.
But in amateur sports, you're trying to win, right?
Right.
So like having a takedown bonus or something in like amateur sports is a little bit, I don't know, just different, right? I guess.
Right.
The way you say it. All right, so what do you got? Doping?
Oh, doping? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of Russian wrestlers got popped. So we had one U.S. wrestler who got upgraded to bronze.
Nice.
Iran, I think, got upgraded to gold in one of these years as a team.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So this was a Greco guy for the U.S. got upgraded to bronze. I think Iran freestyle. I forget what year this is. It's like 2017. And people were also commenting on like, why did it take this long?
2015, yeah.
2015.
Yeah.
Why did it take this long to get the results? I don't know. Russia has been notorious for a long time.
Yeah, it's right. I mean, they're just holding on to these samples and they keep testing and testing and testing until they like.
There's that too.
Should there be a statute of limitations on like
I think
blood
there should
samples?
be. I mean, I'm not here to like defend Russian wrestling,
right?
But it feels really weird to like 11 years after the fact.
Yeah.
I wonder what this guy's even doing right now. And they just call him up and like, hey, you got your bronze.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at Penn when Slay actually lost his gold medal.
Right.
Match. And then that guy got like popped for doping.
Yeah, the German or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, the German guy. And all that process was like a year maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty soon after it wasn't like the next 10 years later. So it all happened like pretty fast, and it seems strange. Maybe the Olympics is just a little more on it then.
So is he still in school then, or is he?
He was out of school when he was at the Olympics.
Mm-hmm. But he's like RTC with you guys, or just like?
Well, RTCs didn't exist.
Yeah. Okay. So he's out in Colorado or something.
He was part training with us. Brian Dolph, who he beat in the finals.
Okay.
Was an assistant coach at Penn. So they trained together all the time. So he's still trained in the room decently often. Yeah, and then all this doping stuff, it messes everything up, because I remember when Slay got upgraded, the guy that got the bronze got upgraded to silver.
Right.
But back then, they wrestled for a true bronze. It wasn't like everyone gets a bronze.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And the only difference is he lost to him in the semis. So it felt very unfair to him.
Yeah, right.
Because going from bronze to silver isn't as much as like silver to gold.
Yeah, no. Right, and like different sides of the bracket. So yeah, right. They should have rolled them out for a true gold match.
Or true silver back at the
right. Yeah, like taking all precautions, and like they have like all these like true matches just in case someone gets popped. Like it's like
yeah.
You win your silver, but then oh no, you gotta you gotta wrestle for true silver after you lose the finals, and like yeah, it could get a little crazy, but yeah. All right. So what else we got going on? We got Shane. This is funny to me because I mean Shane's always gonna be fired up about everything, but like
Yeah.
he's like, I gotta be honest. This is Shane Sparks. I gotta be honest. I love the fact that it's folk style season. I love the action on the mat. I love folk style wrestling! Exclamations forever. Going to be a great season. Let's go. And
Nice.
I feel exactly the opposite. It takes me like a month of watching folk style to like get back into it after watching freestyle all summer. It's so much less scoring. It's so much less action. It's so much more. I don't know, folk style.
It's like a little chess match.
Yeah, it's like
Some of the yeah.
It's like dropping from like fifth gear to like second gear. like it's like going from like driving a car to a tractor.
Yeah.
So I have to like adjust back down to like folk style, right? I mean, where he's like, "Oh, I'm fired up." I'm like, "Man, I don't know. We operate and think differently because like for me, it's like, oof. I mean, I love folk style, but going from like watching all freestyle to folk style is like a shock to the system, for sure.
It is a little bit. I think folk style has more paths to victory. I think it's a more interesting, maybe less excitement in terms of like point scoring and tech falls, but there's more paths to victory. So I think you get more interesting style matchups. Folk style.
You have a lot more defensive wrestling.
Yeah.
Which, if you're into that, mullet is mullet does. What do we got?
Oh, Sammy Brooks hating on Anthony Etchemindia.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Ugh. For those of you who don't know, Sammy Brooks is an OPRF alum, so I felt like
Yeah, that's true. He is,
compelled.
isn't he? Mm-hmm.
He is. Come on, man. But it's all. I think it's just playful Iowa State.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I went to one of these at CMU. Rumble and Tumble. I think Iowa State goes by Beauty and the Beast, but CMU does Rumble and Tumble. So it was a gymnastics and a wrestling duel like combined, and it was like freaking awesome. Like I had a blast. I mean, like I didn't realize how like high level like college gymnastics is. I guess because I never like went to college gymnastics before, but like they're really, really, really good. D1, which like duh, of course they are, right? It's like it's D1 college gymnastics, but like I was like, holy cow! I mean, it was awesome. So highly recommend it. If I'm sure Stanford could put something together like that.
I'm sure they could. Stanford is all about those like Olympic sports,
right?
That are not the like main, like they're not football, basketball,
right?
Like rowing and all that stuff. Gymnastics, I'm sure they have a great gymnastics.
Right. So if you get a chance, wherever you are out there, to go to a Beauty and the Beast or a Rumble and Tumble or whatever, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's I had a really good time. And Dresser's like, the music's too loud. And I kind of agree with him there. They do crank the music for gymnastics, but it was super fun. And like it was intense. Yeah. Yeah, it was fun. I mean those girls are into it, and they're just partying and like, yeah. It was so much fun. Highly recommend it if it comes to a school near you. We give Willie a little bit of crap on this show, but I just thought this was funny. Worst wrestling take in Twitter history, parentheses, not counting anything from Nomad. The rivalry is long, but I thought that was I chuckled at that without even going into the context. What's with all this?
That tweet, the original tweet, got a lot of like people responding to it. Wrestling practice without live is a waste of practice.
Yeah, I had that on there too, right?
Yeah.
Wrestling practice without live wrestling is a waste of practice. So, yeah. I mean,
We would have drill practices all the time in college, like twice a week.
Right.
So that had no live in it at all. You'd have to sign up. I'm sure it's different now, but back then you had to sign up with your partner, and it could be any time between like 7 a.m. and 11. And you came in and you drilled for 30 to 45 minutes, depending on your situation.
Yeah, and they told you, and you had specific things you were drilling?
Yeah, the assistant coaches and the head coach was usually there, but there was always at least some assistant coaches there all morning, right? And then you could talk to them and tell them this is what I'm working on today and whatever. Yeah, so we did plenty. But then the other thing that was weird is not weird, but I wasn't used to from my high school. We would sometimes have these like live practices where you'd just go like live for like 20 or 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And and I remember like it says that's what we're doing, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
And
Did I read that right?
Yeah, and they're telling us like, if you get stuck on the wall, you don't start over, you just wrestle through like literally everything. And if you're on your back for 19 minutes, then that's your lesson you're supposed to learn today. But actually, it was very helpful. It was very helpful.
Yeah, no, oh yeah. So I was teaching class in Traverse City, and I talked to so my student was from Lincoln College, so he wrestled junior college with Matt Hughes, the UFC guy.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, man, we had this like drill where you couldn't get out until you got a takedown. And like, he's like, Matt and Mark Hughes like freaking beat me up for like an hour and a half. And he was just like, yeah, but I learned a lot. And Matt and Mark Hughes are just, I mean, they're SOBs, I mean, I don't think anybody would dispute that. And like, it's just like, yeah, so that happens for sure. All right. You said you got a 9:45 out. You got a minute left?
Yeah, I can go for a little bit.
Okay. I didn't have any like a whole lot. I actually wanted your opinion on this. So like James
Which
Green
one?
was like, I'm thankful for Flow Wrestling, but we have to stop posting high school athletes with little experience getting embarrassed by top dogs. So they do like to pose a lot of shorts of like dudes just getting like bombed and stuff like that.
Or like sat on at Fargo.
Right. So what's your thought?
You even put that last time where it was like, is this really how we want to represent the sport? I totally agreed with that take. Especially like high school athletes, they don't even really pick what tournaments they're going to go to a lot of the time.
Right.
Like Bassett, I'm sure has input into where he's going.
Right.
But that person he's teching in a minute is like on the team,
right?
On a bus,
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like it's they do highlight some like pretty uneven stuff, and like some guys like you don't want a kid to become a meme or whatever, and like
right.
So I thought that like, and he had a point. I mean, he's done a lot of like youth development stuff. Like, I mean, he knows what's up for sure. WrestleStats taking a beating on the new look.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I'm always sort of like, nobody likes change. So like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm giving myself a moment, though. I will say, when I first saw it, I was like, that was interesting. Like, I like I said, I'm gonna give it time. Like, I mean, it's still the same data. It's still, I mean, it's just a UI, right? It's just a UI change, and like, so it's still got all that great information, and like, okay, we'll see that. I don't even know what all of this is. Oh, everybody keeps hyping big news. So these guys, you got Justin and like Willie, big news tomorrow, and then like you never know what the big news is, like because then it's like so then they announced that like Henson is like gonna redshirt, and then Willie's like, no, it's not. It's bigger than that. You know, it's like it's not the big news. And then like and then
Well, until Penn drops their big news, I
Right.
don't believe it.
and then the Ohio State dog is saying there's big news. So Chip says big news coming for the wrestling Bucks, and then like it's like then they sign a recruit, and was that the big news?
Right.
I'm always just confused about what big news is,
Right.
you know, and like
Well, for some of these like wrestling coaches, they didn't have social media accounts, so it's like giving a 12-year-old a phone.
yeah, right. I
Here's
guess.
a picture of my dog with a promise of big news later.
Yeah. And then people are bagging on the bracket system for Flo. I'm not whatever. Like I can tell you, like over the course of the college season, there's basically like 4 or 5 brackets I'm interested in.
Right.
Cliff Keen, Big 10 tournament, Big 12 tournament, NCAA tournament. So
Right.
issues with bracketing software aren't like super high on my list of things. But if you're into high school and I guess if there's like 128 kids in the bracket, how are you going to make it look good?
Yeah.
You remember, like, I mean, it used to be just like taped up to the wall, right? I mean, like, so, that's, what did I do here? So there was, so Israel Thomas, the Dear All Wrestling Accounts. You can build a following and have a great content without being a minor or major a-hole in the process.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like a minor a-hole is like kind of in the perspective.
Right.
Where are we drawing a line? I mean, there are obvious troll accounts that are out there that like are completely over the top, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, when you look at like what gets like traction, you know, this has 10 comments. Like someone says like wrestlers should only go live. It's got like 50. Or someone says they should bring back the D2 and D3 wrestlers to the NCAA championship.
Well, at the risk of being like a minor a-hole, like who is Israel Thomas?
Well, his kid's an All-American, right? So
Yeah. But the following, like what would he know about?
I'd say he's active in the wrestling community. He's like,
Sure.
I guess, right. He's expressing an opinion, right? I mean, and that's fine. But like, yeah, I kind of felt like, I mean, the people who are trolls
Mm-hmm.
are legitimately trying to be a-holes. Right?
Right. That's the whole
I
point.
mean, so like that is kind of the whole shtick with what they're doing, right? And so
Right. It's your job as an audience member to like know that and not take it too serious.
but I feel like who is the audience for this tweet?
Right.
It's like the major ones are like literally doing that like intentionally. And there's a lot of like, I mean, there's a lot of clickbait sort of inflammatory comments, right? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like that's not horrible in the sense that it generates conversation, right?
Right. Exactly.
We talked about it, right? You should only go live or whatever. Like you say these things that are like incendiary and like people talk about it. Pat Downey was on Fox News. I thought that was kind of fun, you know, that like, did you see that?
I did not listen to the audio. Like I saw like a clip and I didn't have the audio on, and I was like, it was kind of funny him sitting there in the studio.
So they're really leaning into Pat, like in the promo stuff, and I think so. Hopefully, Pat's leaning into his conditioning,
Right.
and so yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah, so I guess that's about it. I don't even remember what AJ style was. It just kept popping up with news stuff. Don't. Oh yeah, I like how AJ does his technique videos and sunglasses. He's doing a video for like Athletes Ocean, you know, like the technique
Yeah.
company. And he's rocking shades. He's just like, yeah. Of course, I'm wearing sunglasses during my technique videos. So like, it's just AJ, right? It's just awesome, right?
Yeah.
It's just funny. He's just like explaining everything, and I'm sure it's all good, but it was just funny. He's just rocking the shades, which I thought was like super fun. Yeah, I guess that's what I got. RAF coming up, so
Yep.
I guess I'm not going now, so we should. Well, at least we should have a watch party. That for sure. All right. Hopefully the stream picks back up.
I think it did.
The internet.
I'm looking at it.
There was a glitch in the matrix. Oh, we went forever.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta learn how to talk less. Oh, all right. Well, thank you everyone for hanging out. Don't forget RAF live on Fox Nation this weekend. We got Claw coming up next week. We got all kinds of wrestling happening, so that's super exciting. Again, like and subscribe. Thank you again. Roy, why don't you go ahead and take us out? Wait,
right.
don't do it. Oh, okay, now you can.
Toe the line in everything you do.
QuadR out.